Acceleration, good. I am on the highway. That feels fine. 5th gear. Eco. I'm in the eco mode or something. Feels fine. Kawasaki Concours 14, baby. Oh, nice. We got a. Looks like we got a Honda Repsol edition. Looks like he hasn't got the proper gear or anything. Me being a nerd, right? I got the leather jacket, gloves, all that good stuff. Got a really loud exhaust on his bike. Every time I'm increasing the miles per hour to get a little bit closer, he's going faster. I'm doing about 78, about 4,300 RPMs a tip. Or if he's getting off right here. Again, I'm staying on the freeway. No, he got off. That's too bad. Definitely would have liked it if he would have stayed on. Would have caught up to him and maybe tried to encourage him to do a spirited run with me. But I want to stay true to my objective, which is going to be, quite frankly, it's going to be boring for everybody on YouTube, I'm sure, but I'm more of a sport touring, but more on the cruising or touring aspect, cruising/touring, but I want the speed, power still, which I'll keep as sport or touring. So that's why a cruiser is not a classical American style cruiser like a Harley or an Indian. It's not in the future, at least not yet. Because, quite frankly, I don't got enough money for that. And so if I was a millionaire and money was not an object, I would have at least add those bikes and a lot more, I'm sure. But that's unrealistic. And when I choose a bike, I try to think about if this is my one and only bike. If I had to pick just my one and only, and that's why the Concours fits so great, because it does so many things good. In terms of the fuel economy, you know, I can just go like this on the mode selector, and I can, let's see, 45 degrees. So I'm averaging 38.2, which I think that's pretty on par with the FJR, the other sports tourer. And I think maybe the BMW 1600 GT, I think. Current average is 46.52. So, not bad, huh? Not bad. It definitely defeats my car in mileage, so that's good. Filling it up's a lot cheaper. The Concours 14 takes, there's a little sticker right here, I think it takes at least 90 octane. I think, let's see if I can read that. Yeah, I think, gosh darn it. Yeah, it's like a 90 octane at least. So, I mean, I can even drop the RPMs even more here. Let's see, it's open to 6. There it is, OD actually, it says, rather than 6. Drop the RPMs just a little bit more, so I can get better mileage. Let's try that, rather than going fast. It's boring, but hell, It's the real world, folks. Acceleration, that's what I'm really hooked on. When it comes to motorcycles, that's just a quick change of speed. It's really what I'm hooked on here. Not to say I wouldn't want to push this to the upper limits, but you know, my license is kind of important, and to find the ideal conditions for safety in that regard. For me, it's been difficult. I don't know about anybody else who's pulled had a high-speed pull. Jeez, guy, I gave you a lot of time. You turn your head, and you would have been fine. But yeah, as far as the high-speed pull, I mean, like really high speed, we're talking like 140, 50, 60, maybe 170. I've seen some videos on YouTube where I think it was in Europe or something, it was kilometers per hour, but maybe many of you seen the same video, but the guy had the camera right on his speedometer, and it was like, basically looked like right around 270, maybe a little bit above that, kilometers per hour, which is about 168 or so miles, 170, and it's just for the thrill of it, really. I mean, that's all it's all about. If anybody wants to do that sort of thing, it's on them. I'm not judging them. Honestly, if I would like to try out some area where I can actually hit that speed legally. But I can't think of any place on the top of my head right now where you can actually do that. There's an event. I think I did see something called the Texas Mile. Anybody correct me on that? I'm not sure, where you just flat out go as fast as you can. I mean, I'm not sure if I understand. That's an actual event I've actually seen. I was just surfing the web. So 3,000 RPMs, maybe 2,900, and I'm doing 63. Not bad. Not bad for a bike like this. Not bad. This bike has its heritage. Well, I don't know if heritage is the right word, but its engine is the same as the ZX14 first generation ZX14 engine. It's 1,352 cc's. Obviously tuned much differently than that engine. That engine was just a monster of an engine. Very fast, very, very, very fast bike, the ZX14. Even the first generation was just a torque monster. But it looks like God blessed me with a little bit of clearing, a little bit of good weather. So I'm thankful for that. That's what around here, if you want to hop on your bike as much as possible in non-rainy weather, you really got to pay attention. It's very hard to predict, though. Very hard to predict. The one thing I really like about the Concours 14, anyways, I don't know what the first generation, which has a long-standing history. I like that part of it. The history of the Concours goes further back than the FJR, actually. Not to say or assume that makes it a much superior bike, because they're both good. Just, they're both really good on sport touring. So it's just up to you which one you like better. Ride them both and see what you like. But it's so smooth. The bike is really smooth. I guess that would be another reason why I would like it. I think it's actually smoother when you're moving on the like 5-10 miles an hour and on up. It shifts really smooth, very smooth. Transmission is right on, man. So I love that about this bike. Now, I do think the FJR, based upon the slow speed parking lot drills that I do sometimes to warm up this bike, just to warm myself up for the road. I do think the FJR is a better slow speed thing. Got good balance of that bike. This one's good too. Just got to get used to the weight, the heavier bike. So maybe in a month or two, get more acclimated. I might say that's different. Maybe this bike is just as good, but I do think I get the edge to the FJR in terms of really slow, under 10 mile an hour sort of U-turn circles, bobbing and weaving, whatever sort of thing. Because that's kind of important for me anyways. That's where the tendency to drop their bike could really happen. It's definitely a little bit taller, and for a short guy like myself, you can do it, short guys. I'm not that tall. I'm about, like 5'9" maybe. But you can do it. But it's definitely not, it's definitely a little bit taller in that realm. So if you're concerned, don't be, because I'm doing it. But it will be a factor, let's face it. If you don't got much experience, you're afraid of dropping the bike, which actually I am right now. Because it's just pretty, That's why. And that's another reason why I like this. It's more subjective. It's more subjective over the looks. So it's not an official reason. Official objective reason, anyways. Alright, well, I guess that's it for my motor vlog. Not much to say, just chatting. That's about it, folks. So thanks for being with me. And I will see everyone later. Peace. God bless. Love you guys.